Hello, you idiots. Good evening. I hope you like the thing that is in front of you right now, as I certainly do. Why does it... no, I have this... I had it set so that it would enable embedding before I started. It turns off when I hit live. I specifically went to the edit settings before going live. Ugh. I hate YouTube. I really, really, really hate YouTube. I really hate YouTube. Doctor, are you sure you have set it up? Set what up? Shut up. You might have been gaslit by YT. Look, I would fully believe that YouTube is trying to gaslight me. No, but I very specifically went to the settings. Late to stream and take issues almost like a real VTuber. Yes, I feel very much like a veal a veal real tuber. I'm a veal real tuber. I'm exploring an extremely new and stunning format, gentlemen. A veal real tuber. Ooh, yes. I'm breaking. It's a new genre. It's a new genre. All right, turning it off and turning it back on again. Honestly, you know, with the way that technology is going, it would not surprise me if, well, the tech priest meme is real these days. But yeah, as you can tell, there was kind of a little bit of a last-minute change to my schedule here. Let me just also just look at Discord. My plan for this stream is to talk about, well, the AkioAIR Trashfire and do a bit of a reading of the notice of termination that was put out. I am not going to read it in full because my throat is still not brilliant, but I am definitely going to be looking at it and summarizing it. And then we can look at the thread and see what the hell has been going on there. The beautiful, wonderful flames are an illustration of the kind of tone that we're going for tonight. So I will just switch us over to the... But before we do, there was something that I wanted to highlight first of all, is that something that really passed by everybody is that this thing happened. Is that... pardon me. I apologize. But I really like Lennox. I like her primarily because that is the floofiest model I have ever seen in my entire life, and I want to floof it tremendously. Like there is immense floofing potential here. I massively approve. Like, you want to catch my attention as a VTuber? Have floofy hair and floofy accessories. Like, I demand a minimum level of floof from my VTubers. Like, that's how you're going to attract my attention these days. Stop sharing your kinks. I refuse. I'm gonna kink share all that I like on my own show. About chat there. Popped out so I can take you with me. I like them short. I like them with floofy hair. And watch out for Scottish VTubers. Yeah, Scottish people. There's something wrong with them northern folk, you know. Something wrong with the Northerners. But yeah, I did not realize she was part of VT Rainbow. I knew that she was, like, disabled and stuff, but not that she was part of VT Rainbow, because I never used Twitter or anything like that, so I have no idea about any of these groups. But yeah, it turns out that Marina TV, the goth male teacher who likes to roleplay as BDSM dominatrix, was part of this too. I think that Marina TV may be... No, because... Let me just check through. No, are these two the same things? No, it's not. Is it? Yes. I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, but VT Rainbow is gone. It completely dissolved. But astonishingly, here's the thing: for something that involved people of a non-binary persuasion, there has been spectacularly little fallout or details about any of this so far. Far, far less than anything to do with like AkioAIR and so on. And that really intrigues me. I really want to know what happened to this. I really want to know what happened to this because the idea of like a diverse VTuber group, that is just such a goldmine for disaster. I genuinely thought that one of them would have killed themselves eventually or something like that. Like that would have been how the group ended. But no, it seems like they just dissolved. Yeah, I'm really curious if Marina will say anything about this eventually, or one of the others will speak out, or we'll see anonymous leaks on certain places. But I do love how she comments this. I left VT Rainbow. I will be the first to be open and say I had long-term issues and concerns. It was not a healthy environment for me, and I do not wish to talk about it. Wow! Oh my! Amazing! How could it possibly be? You know, a group of people whose identity consists entirely of a competitive struggle to see how miserable, awful, and dreadful their lives are was not a positive environment to be part of. I can't imagine that. That's unprecedented! Yeah, this is just sip of my coffee. Really like this Guatemalan coffee. It is quite wonderful. Oh, for God's sake. That's one of the annoying downsides of having a landline. Oh well. Coffee matching the forum user base. Yeah, honestly, it really amazes me how many ESL kings we have in our community, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I do not want a community of nothing but Americans. Americans are cringe. This thing, I like ESL people because they live in third world countries and places where there are actual still problems and difficulties that have not been caused by, their own pathetic stagnation. That they actually tend to be a bit more grounded and able to hold conversations about real things and real issues, as opposed to going, "Oh no, it's definitely the racism." Yeah, by the way, as Yuri is live right now, I am not going to be watching the Akio Air stuff, but if people, I will occasionally check back in the Discord, and if there is anything fascinating or anything interesting, then people can ping me and say, "Hey, go look at this." But I honestly don't particularly care about watching a bunch of Taiwanese nobodies getting shoved into models and acting awkwardly for the camera. And more interesting people than me will cover that kind of stuff, honestly. But yeah, I'm going to just move over to this notice of termination, as I absolutely love this thing. I glanced through it briefly. Like the guy who is, what's his name? Like his name is I've forgotten what his name. Go over to the Red. Go air. If this thing has moved so fast. The guy's name. Guy's name. I'm terrible with names. Jason? Press X to Jason? Yeah, that guy. That's definitely a Taiwanese name, isn't it? Oh, dear. But yeah, this was her original statement. Again, I'm not going to read out. I'm sure you've all read it by now. But yeah, our CEO, Jason, kept being hostile and personally threatened my livelihood and career as a nurse. I am absolutely flabbergasted by this kind of attitude. I just cannot understand why CEOs do this. Why just from a personal perspective, if I was magically handed a VTuber company, first of all, I would be terrified and I would run away very, very fast. But on the other hand, I just cannot understand how when you take an entertainment company where your reputation is on the line and also where the success of your company depends on keeping women happy, you're going to do stuff like this. That's not a good idea. That's a very bad idea. That is a very bad idea. Even I understand that it is a very bad idea that to make women in your company unhappy. I miss the foxtails. You'll get it back in the end, don't worry. Uh, yeah, I really would love to know. I would love to have a psychological profile done on some of these people to try and understand why they act the way they do. But yeah, I'm just going to have a look through this notice of termination. The notice is to inform you that Athena Nightingale will no longer operate under AkioAIR due to a breach of contract leading to this termination notice. Right away, we know that, well, when I say we know, like, this is all their claims, or Jason's claims. Although, in fairness, like, it's only Athena's word for it at the moment as well, so it's very much a he said, excuse me, he said, she said, but, you know, I know which one I'm believing. So according to him, we already agreed to an early graduation peaceful termination earlier this month. He agreed to peacefully terminate the contract with graduation if required. The decision was made by to the company enough. Arthur should prioritize her main job instead. Graduation announcement will be posted within 2 months. So yeah, their claim, this claim seems to be, you know, fairly reasonable overall. Like we're starting off with not too horrible a concept. I'm sure I can actually believe this. Oh dear, very clever of me. What the hell did I just do? 1 second. I just hit something. I just hit one of the spare buttons on my mouse pad and made that whole thing vanish. I have no idea how. What did I do? Let me just try and do that again. Okay, so when I press that button on my mouse that I've never touched in my entire life, it makes a tab disappear. That's good. That's good to know. I'm a professional streamer. I'm a very, very professional streamer, gentlemen. I'm an extremely professional streamer. Oh, yeah, I've been doxxed. Help! No, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh tragic! Oh how horrible and dreadful, awful. Next thing you know, somebody might actually see that my username for this PC is username. But yes, we survived again. We're survived. We're okay. Just 1 second. There we go. We're back again. I have no idea how on earth that happened. That was very clever of me. So yeah, as I was saying, this stuff, like, we already agreed to an early and peaceful termination. I can believe this. Like, this is perfectly fine. Now we go on to the first major breach. Then willingly involved in activities that expected to damage the company's operation and stability within the company. The involvement was uncalled for simply for these reasons. This grammar is really, really unpleasant to read. The activities she was involved in are not directly related to Arthi. Contract would naturally absolve without the need to participate in this event, as we have already agreed upon a peaceful termination. Again, this is another awfully grammatically horrible sentence. I hate this already. Like, this makes no sense to me. I have no idea what he's trying to say here. This is gibberish to me. He issued a formal notice informing her about the possibility of a contract breach, potential outcome, etc. Her request was apologize for this mistake she made, inform the parties involved that she won't be involved anymore and will ask for a peaceful leave. Yeah, none of this makes sense to me so far, sorry. I just see a lot of mumbo jumbo here. That's why I realized to open a window because I'm starting to get COVID sweats again. This is the worst part about this blasted ill. For no reason, even though I'm sitting in a perfectly nice, cool shed, I will feel this horrible wave of sweat coming upon me. It's really annoying. Legalese, no, legalese, no, this is ESLEs. I like that. That's a pretty good summation. Right, second major breach. Since the discussion has gone quiet, so now we've shifted from past tense into present tense. Has gone quiet. She has decided to resume contacting the company once again, inquiring whether she could peacefully terminate the contract or not. Obviously, she didn't want to be Athena. There's also a Discord screenshot. Oh yeah, I did see those screenshots from Discord. Although if somebody could link me directly to them in the Discord, I would really appreciate it, so I can just click back over there instead of like scroll through the entire thread when I want to. Since she had not complied with the previous request in a timely manner, we were considering other options that could be offered as an alternative for a peaceful termination. Also, contractions in a formal document. Yeah, this is dreadful. This was definitely not made by a lawyer. She then, on the next day, without notice, decides to announce at her own discretion, without asking us, she will no longer be associated with AkioAIR. She will start posting content on our old Athena Nightingale channel. Now, this I can, again, this is actually a tiny bit more substantive. Again, I don't agree with them, but like the way she did that thing was pretty weird, and while I can totally 100% understand it, I think that it would have been wiser for her to hold out a little bit longer and try and go through with the regular termination stuff. I mean, maybe she'll come up with her side of the story that completely blows this open, but like this is, again, I don't necessarily think they're lying here. I apologize for my throat. One can reasonably expect this would damage the company deeply. There's no company left to damage anymore, mate. Announcing she would be posting on her old channel without the contract being terminated in the first place is not only simply a conflict of interest, but also violates our terms in disallowing publishing content related to Arthi on non-AkioAIR operated channels. Little proposal to peaceful termination asks for such an announcement to be published only in November. There was no emergency or any reasonable cause why this announcement has to be announced now and not later. Yet you hired a minor, and then you publicly told the entire internet about it and begged them not to make pornography of her. And then your own terms of service for the contract for the application was that no minors were to be hired. That was the emergency, you brain-dead orangutan. Ooh, Discord ping, hello. Thank you very much, that guy over there. Like, that was the emergency. This is what I find so baffling about this, is that maybe not all of this could have been avoided, but I would say 90% of this could have been avoided if they had just not hired the minor. And then double down on it. Like, if he had said, oh, we've hired a minor, but then gone, oh, you know what? Everybody dislikes this. We're going to take the feedback from our community into account. We're going to hold her back until she's of legal age. Then, you know, that would be bad, but that would have been at least somewhat rational and sane. That would have defanged a lot of the criticism. But no, it's insane. Absolutely demented. There's got to be something deeper here. This has got to be some kind of insane nepotism hire or something. Oh, I'm very sorry. I just had a nasty lump in my throat. My throat is a lot worse than I thought it would be today. Early and often the wrong kind. Of course, as with any other breach, we want to seek a peaceful revolution. Jason was asked to contact Arthi regarding handling the damage caused by a reckless behavior. Company Legal was unhappy with such a serious breach, since this was already a second violation. We wanted a solution to stop the damage from spreading further. Thankfully, she complied with our request. She was fully informed that this action was a direct violation of her contract. However, she intends to use this breach that she caused and asked that subsequent compliance be part of the settlement request for peaceful termination, demanding us to give her a full list of what she needs to comply with, to which we explained. We are unable to provide exact details since we are unsure to what extent this damage has what extent this damage has caused at that moment, and what measures are required to hopefully rectify the situation. I hate this grammar! I hate this grammar! I would rather read from the Book of Numbers than this grammar. She demanded we provide the details and the contract needed to peacefully terminate the contract within 2.5 days. What? Given the time frame, it is hard to draft a legal document on such short notice. So, wait. So you're saying that you didn't have a termination contract before this? You didn't have one written up in advance? Like, I would have, like, I have no idea how any of this goes, but my idea would be that wouldn't you have, like, a standard termination contract, maybe with, like, an extra page or so that you could adjust on the fly to suit specific termination events? This again, this baffles me. This is just, I don't even know. This, Not counting that we were preparing for a debut and a lot of materials need to be remade and that'll do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, materials needed to be remade because I think pretty much all your talents, the talents you originally intended to do, quit. Go for the same procedure. The first proposal of a peaceful termination, both a mutual termination of a contract is such a standard document to have on hand. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I know nothing about this stuff, and that's just my first thought. We offered the same procedure, the first proposal of a peaceful termination that both parties have agreed upon previously. She said it would not be too long for her and then demanded that 3 days be her limit. If requests were not met, she threatened that she would have no choice but to believe Jason was manipulating her and threatening her with legal action to her benefit, which definitely was. This agency has existed for 2 years, mind you. Yeah, Uber Soldat, I agree. This is hilarious. This sentence is the pettiest little bitch sentence in this entire thing so far. She insisted that fixing this problem, parenthesis, she caused it in the first place, should be enough for settlement, and we should forgive her and not press any legal action against her. That is such a bitch statement right there. Oh, sorry, I just need to drink water 1 second. I apologize for the sniffling as well, I really do. Really cannot wait. This wouldn't be out of place in a Ralph lawsuit document. I agree, this really does... Like, is the secret going to be that Jason is Ralph? Sorry for the rattling, I'm just getting some sweets. No. Wait, I didn't even read the... It's like, creating a problem and then providing a solution to the problem doesn't seem very ethical. Professional legal document from a 2-year-old company, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Creating a problem and then providing a solution doesn't seem very ethical. Oh wow. Oh wow, that is amazing. Oh, that is so adorable. That is so adorably petulant. I love that. Oh, I wish I knew what Jason sounded like in real life so I could imagine that in his voice. I really wish. Oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to hear that in his voice. Uh, uh, we really tried our best to help her rectify her mistakes. Ah, yes, this is very much starting to read like a narcissist prayer meme. And provide a reasonable solution a normal person can easily comply with. Our request was simple. Let's figure out how to fix the damage first, then we can talk about a peaceful termination. No, she wants out. She declined, stating we could only blah blah blah. Final major breach. Okay, let's. How long is this? Yeah, I want to read through. I was kind of feeling that it was bad for my throat to read all of this, but this is amazing so far. I love this. This is just. Oh, how I wish I was more well. You can't keep people hired if they don't want to be. Yes. Oh, just a second. Ugh. Oh, should I cough or not? The final major breach comes from the recent announcement. Unfortunately, most are defamatory and potentially slanderous. Most what? Most of the announcement? Oh dear. However, we can clarify most of the accusations here. We offered resources in the past in order to grow our channel. Licenses for mixing program. Arthur requested the company for the purchase as she likes mix songs as her hobby on the way to work. While it is not directly related to VTubing, is this going to be like the Uwu TV guy who had that who bought his talents Uber Eats? Like, did Jason buy her licenses for a mixing program for a way to work because meow, yes, that guy. I wonder what he's. I really want to know what is that guy doing. Is that when he ended Pippa's collab, he hinted that he wanted to do it again, that he wanted to do like VTuber stuff again. Has anyone ever heard anything more from him from that? I'm desperate to learn that. Invest a huge sum of money to promote her cover songs, including Ghosts. I've never heard of these. Her channel grew as a result and made us interested in investing more. I mailed him for a job, but he never replied. Strange that. Offering a 2.0 model as an incentive for her to stream more regularly. Offering to release cover songs every month, but was rejected by Arthur herself, as she claimed mental health issues from her workplace outside AkioAIR at the time. A chibi model made only for her per her request. Please do note that investment with Arthur has been particularly hard because she takes irregular breaks that may eliminate any benefits resulting from the investment. And she claims the company does not help her grow. There was nothing we could have done for the talents if they chose not to stream on a regular basis and had to take weeks, if not months, of hiatus. I honestly don't really know what to think about that. But yeah, this last thing about releasing a cover song every month, yeah, this is from somebody who has never sung before, clearly. Look at all this stuff we gave you. Look at it! We made you a chibi model. I showed you my chibi model. Please work yourself to death for my shady company. I showed you my chibi model. Please stream more. Regarding payment, our payments are not paid by the month, but per talent request to save off transaction fees and the cumbersome process that international transactions may ensue. While we have reminded Arthur multiple times that we are request-based, we agreed that even if it saves everyone some fees and trouble, talents may feel that the last payment was forever ago. If you're a 2-year company, you should probably have a payment system set up that is not just basically pay me bro. Like that's yeah, that's pretty absurd. Like if this was a company that was 6 months old, I could understand some of this. However, we must admit there were hiccups in the beginning. The tax revenue agency here sometimes had issues with us simply because our business model is considered relatively new and rare, especially with some rather new influencer tax policies. We also admit that sometimes international transactions take up more time due to time zone differences and bank requests for clarification, which we often explain to our talents, and is indeed a slow and cumbersome process that may feel unresponsive. I don't even particularly blame them for this. I hate international banking with the burning passion of a billion blazing supernovas. We sincerely apologize for the payment issues that have occurred over the last few months. International transactions, time zone differences, blah, 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 blah. Slowed payments, basically we were slow payments. Being said, have all payments requested all been delivered. Starting from S2, we have requested the bank to enable features that allow us to streamline the process a lot faster and more directly with the bank whenever issues arise. And we decide to opt for monthly payouts after S2. Like, you had 2 years to get this right. You're only now changing things? And now just at the very bottom, wait, let me just, final major breach. And then they just randomly start talking about Nofi. In regards to Nofi's status, we have never intended to hide her age within the company. Nofi herself often tells others about it when introducing herself. Given the frequent interaction Athi had with Nofi when Athi returned from the hiatus and turned down the termination offer, it's beyond reasonable doubt that such a conversation would have occurred. After consulting with Nofi, she made it clear that such information was provided, albeit a long time ago. So basically, I don't get what he's saying here. Is he saying that if Arthi wanted to leave because they hired a minor, are they claiming that because she waited a while after learning that it was a minor, that means that she can't possibly be graduating or terminating her contract because of the minor? That's what I'm reading here. That's how this comes across. In which case I would just say maybe she waited after learning to see if you would realize what a massive idiot you were making of yourself, Jason. You know, to see if you would come to your damn senses and quit this insanity that you have destroyed your entire company over, but evidently not, so she left. You know, it was a woman moment. She should have left the moment she learned, honestly, but I don't blame her. Contradictions. At the end of 2022, Arthi informed us she would like to terminate the contract early due to mental health issues. However, she later came back to the company and said that she had recovered. Therefore, cancelling. She apologized. This contradicts the current statement in multiple ways. She was offered to leave peacefully more than once already, which she never took. She declined and opted to continue her journey with us. Yeah, that's very much a kind of he said, she said thing. There's nothing really I can add there. During her career, she was offered 2 opportunities to leave peacefully. She rejected one. Even when she breached the contract, which we had ground to ask for liability, we asked only for an apology and owning up to her mistake, which she refused over and over again. Yeah, she didn't owe you an apology under anything. You're the ones that are at fault here. No question about that. Leaving us the option of informing her that we would take a legal action as a last resort. It was not a threat. Yes, it was. The only option we had left. No, it was never an option to begin with. You absolute moron. Hoping she would cooperate. Yeah, you're definitely going to get a lot of work out of a talent that you have literally threatened to stay in your company, mate. That's how it works. And you threaten to beat a woman when she doesn't even live near you with the arm of the law, and she's definitely going to work hard for you in exchange. That's how this works, definitely. Well, there's plenty of companies that wish it worked like that. Until the final moment, an announcement of defamation and slander was made, which is usually the point of no return. That being said, we are willing to forgive her actions. We believe Arthi is a kind person at heart. However, often her careless action has caused others to suffer, as the consequences of her action may not have been intentionally done. Sometimes, pressure forces people to make irrational options, and we all know this. Just like the second breach, We are willing to forgive Arthi for the third time in this situation. We are willing to drop any lawsuit against them once again and opt for a peaceful resolution. As long as she apologizes sincerely, publicly, we will not pursue any legal action against Arthi. Otherwise, we will be forced to clear our names in the courtroom. I'm really glad my throat didn't crack doing all that. Oh dear. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to mute myself and cough pretty hard for a second. Oh dear, I'm sorry about that. Our contract is very flexible and easy to comply with, asking for no minimal streaming time and allowing breaks whenever they need it. Be it a mental health issue, family issue, or simply having to focus on other priorities. I sincerely disagree with that, actually. I think that a contract should include minimum streaming time. Like a contract that basically says you can do whatever the hell you like and take breaks whenever. It's a terrible contract. And if you start that lenient, then anything you do on top, like anything you add on top of that, let's say you had no streaming thing, then you said talent is required to stream a minimum of 5 hours a month. Like, if somebody's been operating under that mindset for long enough, then the idea of suddenly streaming 5 hours is going to be a huge ask. Whereas if you started with, say, you have to stream 15 hours a month or something. I don't know how long the average streamer does, but I think 15 hours is not a terrible amount of time if you're just like in a holding pattern. Then that's fine. Okay, keep that up for a year or two. I'd say there's no problem there. Hell, even 20 hours if you want to go a bit more hardcore. I'd be willing to sign that contract if it was a stable gig and there was prospects. IRC cover asked for 3 streams a week of at least an hour long, so probably 10, 15 a week, honestly. Yeah, 10, 15 a week, that's nothing. Yeah. Unless you're Kayla, Kayla absolutely terrifies me. There are many things in life that I have a healthy respect for, but very few things that I fear, and Kayla is one of them. I have too many traumatic memories of just peacefully playing extremely obscure multiplayer games when I was a child, and getting randomly bullied by somebody who was unfathomably brilliant at the game and seemed to play for 24 hours every day, and then finding out that it was the only woman player the game had ever seen in its multiplayer. Here's the thing. People say that women can't game. No, most women can't game. The women who can game are terrifying, and you should run away from them very fast. Because they are more dedicated. I think I've said this before, that women will be shocked at how quickly a man can be into something. Men will be shocked at how much women can get into something. But anyway, that's a tangent for another day. That's a sociology list for another day. No, I don't fear Tenma at all. Like, I definitely don't fear Tenma at all. Tenma is adorable and hilarious. I definitely would cuddle and groom from a distance. A nice sweet. Shame she hates us. Tenma's a cool lady. I like her. We love grooming here, yes. Please make sure that your fox girls are suitably groomed. Do not let your fox girl shed everywhere, please. Put it to good use. Let me just skim through this, because I'm going to give my throat a rest for about 20 seconds or so. Only ask people not engage in reckless behavior, leak information. We believe that VTubers are akin to an investment relationship. Akin. Oh, good grief. ESL King. We believe that contracts are the foundation of corporate VTubing. So why was your contract so awful? Without a contract, anyone can do whatever they want. It sounds like your contract was so terrible they basically could do whatever they wanted. I really want to get my hands on an AkioAIR contract. Lots of talk about grooming fox girls. I'm sad there's no talk about grooming owl girls. Look, if you're into a woman that is going to cough up a bowl of, rotting hair and feces onto your lap, then you're more than welcome. AkioAIR! Oh no! Yeah, thank you so much, Porian, for that mental image. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. No, Short. Oh. Short. Short, why are you like this? Why can't you just be useless? Why can't you just be useless? Why do you have to be actually useful, Short? Why? Why can't you just be useless? I want to be able to hate you. Stop being useful and a productive member of the forum, okay? I demand that you drain my resources and patience more so I can actually be angry and hate you whenever you say things like that. Ugh. Oh, we're nearly at the end. If anyone can breach a contract multiple times without consequences, as we are discouraged by the public from doing anything, it raises concerns by the efficacy and significance of contracts within the VTuber industry. Yeah, the precedent your case sets is definitely going to have worldwide industry impacts. Definitely. Athy is a wonderful talent, and we hate to see her go. Yeah, because she's got the most subscribers of your entire wretched little channel system. Every time she has breached the contract, we always offer a peaceful option. Yeah, she doesn't want a peaceful option. She wants Hiroshima, and I don't blame her. Hopefully this time we can finally reach an amicable solution where we don't have to fend for ourselves in a legal battle. Yeah, you'd lose, and I want to see it happen. What's that meme? Please God that it happened because it would be funny. I agree. It absolutely would be funny. I'm very glad I read through this. It's amazing. This is just absolute insanity from start to finish. Are VTuber companies just MCNs, multi-channel networks? I would actually be very interested in seeing what the difference is, or like, actually probably more like what the similarities are. Oh. Oh, that was really great, though. Let me just look back at the Discord for 2 seconds. Call hasn't gone out. If people want to call out with me, then, or call in, then they can go to the waitings room. I'm just going to look through the AkioAIR thread for another couple of minutes. I can definitely tell that my throat needs a bit of a rest. So I'm not going to be reading too much. Somebody started posting about... Seeing AkioAIR and Wactor makes me appreciate that for all their flaws, the worst cover and Phase Connect can be accused of is incompetence during critical situations and forcing their talents to sell overpriced coffee. Hell yeah. Does anyone remember when Phase Connect was first starting? And I think my first ever exposure to Phase Connect was when somebody posted, was it Uniluna? Her asking her private Discord, is this guy legit? I think he might be a black company. Like, I think this Phase Connect thing might just be a scam that somebody's trying to run. Because I think it wasn't even the only one. Like, there was some company that was trying to start up and it turned out to be a scam. It was a funny time. I remember there was a bunch of like startup companies that never really went anywhere, and a lot of people were speculating it was some kind of investment fraud scam. She should have listened. No, I don't think she should have. But yeah, I remember that. I have a lot of respect for Fishman. I also have a lot of disgust for him because he is a disgusting Canadian. But yeah, you know, I think Sakana and Face Connect, that's actually they're actually going to go somewhere. If he doesn't get murdered by the Mossad agents that are in Avil's payroll, then I think Face Connect is going to be around for a long time. I actually think Sakana and I have a fairly similar attitude towards working for things. If Sakana seems to have understood that it's a good idea not to get massively involved with the talent and organization side of things, he just looks for good people to hire and do it for him, which I wholeheartedly approve of. More centralized things are the worst. Fishman is best girl, that is clear. I want Fishman to have a real avatar, to have a real VTuber avatar and do his own streams. His own cooking with Sakana. I want to see cooking with Sakana. That would get 100k subscribers in like a month at most. PDF mentioned GenMate, so the Avil conspiracy is all but confirmed. What do you mean, Amera? What Avil conspiracy? Anything but cooking with Sakana. I love when I found that hilarious when Irie interviewed Sakana and his voice just stayed at this disinterested, bored level pitch the entire time until that mellow came out about his cooking, and then his voice cracked. That was absolutely hilarious. My sides were splitting at that moment. That was amazing. That was the only time in the entire interview that the tempo of his voice changed and there was real emotion there. That people didn't like his cooking. I really, really love that. Cooking with Sakana step 1, find your local kennel. Face Connect is just Sakana's girlfriend group. No, he's gay. He's their clothing designer. I'm still absolutely convinced that Sakana is either gay or just totally asexual. He very much has that kind of gay clothing designer attitude about him, I think. Right, where are we? Oh yeah, the tweets. Mew Horizon, now AkioAIR's most sub-member, has been out on a health hiatus, but she vague posted on Twitter in the last couple of hours. I think the last one is the most relevant, so I'll highlight it for you. I was recovering, and I've been quite okay since the end of the week, but glad I haven't streamed yet. You're damn right. Sorry, pardon me. All I can say for now is that I'm really attached to my community, and I really want and deserve Mew. They know it. I will pay my dues. Good grief. That's... Oh, no. Oh, I hate Twitter. Go away, Twitter. I mean, yes. I also wished I had more energy to be a bit more vocal, even in private. But I've just been very avoidant because of my IRL circumstances. Yeah, you mean being bullied by your own company? Yeah. And despite everything, Noffy and Azu deserve to debut under different circumstances. Yeah, like not being 15? Uh, uh, Rather than hype up their soon-to-debut new talents. Oh yes, that's the accusation page. Jason basically says that Athi is a lying, selfish bitch and wants a public apology and a retraction or he will sue. After that, Athi can fuck off. Yep, and you know what? I approve of China's annexation of Taiwan. I like Taiwan. One of my friends has been to Taiwan and said it is a wonderful place. But yeah, Taiwan business culture seems to be about as terrible as China's is. It's just replace terrible substandard products with unbelievable amounts of ridiculous corporate bureaucracy. Not that it disproves gayness, but Sakana is married. I absolutely refuse to believe that. No, that doesn't. That's not happening. No, Sakana is not married. That is not true. If Sakana had a wife, then she would have taught him how to cook properly. Let me just have another sweet. Let me just check the Discord as well. There's a guy in the waiting room called Jin. I don't know who you are. You have not sent me a DM on the forum, so at least I don't think so. No, as far as I know, you have not sent me a DM. So before I allow you in chat, you're gonna have to send me a DM on the forum. Sorry. Wow, I can't believe China 1.0 has the same business culture as China 2.0. Yeah. He's married to Mahjong. He's a filthy jonger. Oh. All right, then. I'm actually curious. I'm pretty sure the way this this avatar thing is set up is that if somebody else is on call with me as well, they will trigger the transition, but I don't care very much. This is very much thrown together at the last minute. Another innocent Gonger cut down in his prime. Based on my experiences in the Taiwan VTuber circle, the VTuber contract information is very vague and usually written by the director or HR without any lawyer consultation. So the contract usually contained quite a number of illegal bullshit. That's why there has been a lot of bizarre drama between local Taiwanese VTuber and their sign corpo. Yeah, this is like the third or fourth time this has happened, hasn't it? Jonged when he should have jinged. Many such cases. Sad. I really love... that's really good. All right. Let's give my throat a rest for a minute and bring on this this handsome lad. Orion, you're live. Congratulations. Hello. Need a tiny bit. There we go. No, you have a decent a voice connection as far as I can tell. Guys in chat, just yell at me if you can't hear him. I will loud enough and I'll turn it up a bit. Anyway, was there anything you wish to convey? Yes. Wait, they're saying that you're muted. Oh no, I'm my mistake. I forgot to enable my desktop audio because I turned it off because the phone rang all of a sudden. Yeah, my apologies, guys. I apologize.
No, this is is the caller.
I thought that
With us in
somebody.
the
I thought
room
that
right
somebody
now.
mentioned earlier. No, I was completely wrong. No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Small independent streamer. Please understand.
Wow.
Okay, Porian, you're up. We're good now. I'm think.
We're actually live now.
Yes, we are.
We are. Okay, great. Well, just as of the day before yesterday, we had, our quarterly uh, Calliope Mori posting event.
Oh.
And I'm starting. You know how the feet thing started out as a joke. I'm doing quotation marks here in real life. I'm starting to think that the feeder thing is not a joke. Seems like some forum users are a little, too into the calorific content, so to speak.
Well, yeah, of course. They're all starving Mexicans.
Well, yeah. That does explain it a bit. But
Oh, with some good architecture.
well, it would have to be good first of all. But
I could actually say the words.
yeah, she could lose some weight. So that also made me wonder a bit. Since your Oshi is Kershi, who is noted to be,
Oh, for God's sake.
husky. Do you get it? Husky as in fat and husky as in dog. Very funny. That's called wordplay. But that's why I had to ask you: is this going to be the next degeneracy thread? We're very close to having a feet thread. I feel piss posting has increased
We are
by at least
never. We are never having a
1,000%.
feet thread.
Oh, can you promise that really?
Yes, we are never having a feet thread. Feet thread. I hate the feet bros.
Piss bros?
I hate them too, but they're not quite as prevalent.
What a fucking statement. The guys who want to drink piss are better than the ones who like feet.
Yeah, the thing about the piss bros is, at the very least, they don't like take out of context screenshots of their waifu and like post it everywhere and go, oh, look at that, you can see 1 inch of heel, that complete slut.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of less, piss pictures.
Yeah, that's my point. At the very least, the content well is a little drier over there, ironically.
Okay. Well, that is true. I don't really have anything else. I just, felt I had to ask. And I had to, try to shame some users to maybe not
Trust me, they're completely shameless.
every second I can get.
They are
What did
they are completely shameless. You can't shame the unshameable. I've tried.
Okay. Well, I tried. I don't have anything else to say really. I don't know. Oh, thanks for the forum. Oh.
Yes, I am a benevolent tyrant, and don't forget about it.
Okay, nice. Also, shout out to Yakus, who shielded Amiya Aranya incessantly until I actually watched her. She has a stream in approximately 2 hours. You should watch it.
Yeah, Amir, I really like. Unfortunately, her voice is just a bit too soft to really trigger my ADHD attention. But in terms of character, again, she is an amazing person, and everybody should watch her.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I shield her. So I'm gonna hang up.
Ugh. Okay, and I will bring on our resident a rock hugger.
Oh, and congrats to him to being what? Our second open VTuber.
I've triggered everybody to come out, haven't I? I mean, he has to come out to his parents now.
Uh, Poor guy. He's already a geologist. How much worse can it get?
All right then. Actually, I think I will delay him slightly because because the guy who was waiting previously has just said to who, so I will let him on. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Godzilla. We'll have to wait for a little while.
Okay. See ya.
Bye. In Toki, you're live. He's probably gone AFK. I swear. Oh no, he's here.
Oh, hey, can you hear me?
Oh no, he's here.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine, although I think I can hear
I'm
myself.
fine, although I think I can hear myself. All right. Yeah, finally. You're finally streaming at a time that's not at like 4 in the morning for me, so I can finally call in.
What is your time zone? Also, this is gonna be annoying.
Oh. Well, why?
Because I can hear myself on your audio.
Oh.
Let me guess. You're listening to me on You're speaking on a microphone and have open speakers.
That could be it. I didn't think about that part. Hold up.
Mute the stream.
I did mute the stream.
Oh, yeah. It does. It doesn't. It doesn't matter because he's listening to me through his speakers, which
No,
obviously
no.
have to
Okay.
play in order for him to hear and reply using his microphone.
Oh, hold on. Let me try something.
People who use desktop speakers still exist?
All right, actually, so just kick me out. Put Godzilla on stream. Put him on call. I'll go get this sorted out.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about
that. Hello.
Hello.
Oh goodness, that's loud. Okay.
Hello. Better?
Yes, better. Thank you.
I sent you a direct link to my individual Fugi whatever thingy, the source, because you said you had like the group icon thingies that would auto detect, but it doesn't seem like it's doing it.
I'm using. Let me just check. I'm using a thing called Discord, StreamKit Discord overlay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not whatever you're using. I don't think.
It's I'm using what Kershey's using, so you might want to change eventually.
Yeah, I just clicked and followed the system of whatever somebody was using.
Yeah, I mean, kind of taking that approach too, step by step. But Fugi is actually pretty easy. I'll send you the link to it, and you can play around with it. It's literally just one page and a couple things you can do.
Oh, it's also really nice. This thing doesn't actually activate my PNG when you're speaking, as opposed to everything else.
Yeah. So just a heads up when you do, you have you can look at it later, but the config, pretty much I have everything turned off other than my bounce effect because I like it. But when you do set it up, you'll have 3 links on the bottom left. One of them's the group browser source. That's what Kershey and Pippa and all of them use for like the group detect. That you would add that into OBS. That's its own source. And then if you want for your own thing, like for right now, you would have the individual source, and then I don't know what the hell the other one is, but the top 2 links is what you'd be working with.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna put this on stream. Actually, no, because that's not on the right thing. Problems. Go.
Yeah, have fun with that. When I streamed earlier this morning, I added I don't know, like 50 pictures and like several programs and stuff. It was just like I don't know where everything is at now.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a forest of icons that I'm dealing with, but yeah, this is the reactions from VT. Anonymous. How underage is she? 16 years old, apparently. 2 years older than the legal age of consent where I'm from. Dropping this hag.
Well, people can remember Tanma telling her story of getting creeped on by a guy when she was on the train, and it's like, "So how old are you?" "I'm this age." "Ah, too old," and walks away.
Holy shit.
No, seriously, she just told that story more than once, and it's like, okay, I believe you.
Oh
Ugh.
my.
Yeah, that's just like, ugh.
Oh.
But yeah, it's kind of glad to see the traditions continue on now, because goddamn.
Grief. Every day I pray for the giant meteor, and every day God says no.
I settle for the rake at this point.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'd settle for being legally allowed to own a gun.
Eh, I don't know. Give it a few more years, and the how should I say it? The enclaves will have their own system. You just got to find a dealer.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's tons of guns floating around Ireland. It's just that it's mostly the IRA that has them.
I'm kind of at the point right now where I'm kind of just like, you know what, bring in all the immigrants. We'll get the Indians and the dot Indians and the Chinese to fight each other, and we'll kind of just like sit back and see who wins, and then take them out.
Yeah, I think Kirsty was saying that on yesterday's stream as well.
No, that seems to be the prevailing thing. It's kind of like her thought on how to fix America. You know, bring in the Muslims, they'll deal with it. Then bring in the Chinese, and they'll deal with the Muslims, and then you just take out Chinese. It's kind of the same thing, but except for Canada, it's just the Chinese who own everything. And
Just wait for the Canadians to kill themselves.
Well, that.
Like,
I still want to see it turn out.
I don't know why anybody is concerned about Canada. Canada is busy being a self-fixing problem. They have literally invented self-raking leaves.
I know, it's glorious. No, seriously, it's my principle. You either laugh or cry, and I just have to laugh at it because it's so stupid.
I know, it is insane. It is just demented.
Well, at least it's giving people entertainment and Kershaw tangents to talk about.
Oh yeah, she's got plenty to get through.
Yeah, when I initially started my first stream on Odyssey, I rated her stream suggestion for a few articles, and then it's kind of just like, not really feeling it. Then when I moved over to YouTube, I just spurked about geology for like an hour and a half.
I should totally steal from her stream suggestions, because she gets a ton of stuff that she never looks at, or rather, it's probably like one of 10,000 tabs that she's got.
Well, no, that was exactly my line of thinking. I'm like, there's a limitless resource right here. May as well use it.
Yep, that or just go to articles and happenings on KF.
That's kind of, well, it's a bit meatier to wade through there. At least in Kirsch's stream suggestions, it's just like the one list.
Yeah, true. That stuff gets posted on KF that I don't see posted anywhere else, ever.
This is true.
What's your favorite rock?
I am honored bound to say gold, the mineral gold, because that kept me employed for over 10 years. And probably going to be my next job too if I'm staying in this district. So kind of stuck with it.
So, if you don't mind me asking, like, what are you in the US at the moment? Or no, you're in Canada, aren't you?
I'm in Canada. I'm in northern Canada, where all we have is either mining, logging, or like recreational fishing.
You're destroying the environment. How could you?
I have a rant about that. Okay, so when I got my registration for professional geoscientist, on my ethics exam, the essay question was so open-ended, I almost laughed. out loud in the test hall, and it was pretty much how to the effect of how does a geologist balance out make a balance between industry and the environment. And I just bullshitted for like a page, but
Uh,
but there is an honest answer. The honest answer to the balance between industry and nature is that you have to have a balance of both of them. You can't just have one or the other. If you just have nature, you're not going to have any progress. And you're going to stagnate and die. You can't rape and pillage nature because you'll just die. So you kind of have to uh, mitigate any negative aspects and just make do the best you got.
yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's not really your responsibility. I mean, what are you going to do? Not tell them what's in the ground?
Well, I remember when I was in university, they showed it. They literally wheeled out a CRT TV with a VHS player, and there was this '80s video of this guy in like a pink polo shirt and khakis, and he was surrounded by a bunch of products and stuff, like cars, wheel tires, plastic cups, and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, all right, students, here's what we lose if we don't have mining and geology and stuff and whatnot. So snap, get rid of rubber, artificial rubber. Snap, get rid of plastic from the petroleum stuff, and snap, get rid of the metals we mine and stuff, and then snap, get rid of the food because all modern fertilizer is mineral based.
Yeah.
So it's like get rid of the potash mines, and then half the world starves right there.
Yep. This that really depresses me because as I'm not I would say as a gardener I'm not a gardener. My parents are the professional gardeners, but I mean, just understanding that if you're ever on your own and you have to farm on your own piss is one of the best fertilizers out there.
Or if you're into leatherworking.
Yeah, it's just like you can't beat it. It's got all you need.
Yeah, yeah, and I remember this is probably a while now, and it comes up periodically and stuff of like a farm or a company will add in like animal waste and then human waste into the rotation because honestly, mineral fertilizers are expensive because you have to mine them and ship them and all this stuff. And if you just happen to have cows or a septic tank, it does the same thing. It's superficially gross, but honestly, that's the way it's been going for like centuries and millennia.
Yeah, we used to fertilize with cow manure quite often. It helps to literally be right next to a whole bunch of cattle fields and so on.
Yeah, the problem is with modern industrial agriculture is the excess and the runoff.
Yeah,
That's
it also never lets anything lie fallow any longer. That's the thing, is that we use fertilizer so much because we're
well, it's
not letting things rest.
well, yeah, modern agricultural techniques, all the whole lot of it is easy mode. It's kind of like the video game computer thing we talked about last time, in that you have effectively limitless power and limitless space, so you don't have to be efficient and tight anymore. You can
Yeah.
just go crazy. It's the same deal.
Which is completely against my personal attitude, is that everything should be utilized to the maximum efficiency possible. I hate inefficiency.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the balance between industry and the environment and stuff is you have to be efficient with what you do. Like I talked about this morning working at my last employment, and the place I worked at for over 10 years, and the deposit here for gold is as good as the company is bad. So the company being bad could afford to be lackadaisical with their mining practices and just being a bunch of idiots, but they could afford to because it was just that good.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have to think of how much money was getting pissed away. Like I didn't tell this particular story. The COO who was here when I first started and stuff, he was like a senior engineer, worked his way up to COO, and he cooked the books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much. This deposit is very tight. You're like veins and faults. You're like really narrow, really tight, but really high grade. But he wanted to pit the whole place. Low tonnage, not low tonnage, low grade, high tonnage. like make a pit. But that's not how this was. But he wanted to railroad through his idea. So he started fudging the books and screwing the numbers to get what he wanted, but he got caught and ran out of town.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Would you say that corruption is very common in the mining industry out there?
Yes. Well, not as, well, it's still bad, but I gave the story behind the professional registration system, both in Canada and U.S. In Canada, and okay, back in the day, the engineers built this bridge, and this bridge collapsed and killed a lot of people. Because of that, they wised up and say, "Look, we got to take our profession seriously," and that's where you got the iron ring for engineers. Our fallen bridge was a company called Briex in the 80s, 90s, mostly 90s. Uh, they were a Calgary based gold company that had a deposit out in Indonesia. Now this deposit was world class, so they said. So world class, their stock went through the roof, and people made a lot of money.
Or they even
But
actually broke ground on it or anything?
no, they actually did break ground and do exploration stuff. But here's the kicker: they were salting their samples.
What?
So what they were doing is they bought gold dust, and the samples they would take to go to the lab, they would sprinkle a little bit of powder of gold. So when the assay numbers came back from the chemistry lab, it said we had a lot of gold, but they didn't because they added it artificially.
Oh.
Yeah. So because of that, it was fraud on a monumental scale, and because of that, a lot of people insert triple parentheses here lost a lot of money. So because of that, the fire got lit under the geology profession. So you guys got to clean up your shit, or else you're all going to jail. And so that's why I'm a PGO, and I had to go through my training,
I would have
education,
figured that the fact they already committed a massive amount of fraud means they should go to jail by default.
Well, here's the thing. It was very big fraud. It was like Bernie Madoff. Everybody on some level kind of knew something was going on, but then it kind of fell apart. It was kind of the same deal. If it was a big fraud that fell apart, and then it's like, okay, we can't pretend this doesn't exist anymore. We have to make an example of stuff.
Yeah, I love that. I love that attitude. Hey, we can't pretend it doesn't exist any longer. We actually have to do our jobs as a regulatory body. Damn it.
Well, it's kind of funny because literally the federal law in Canada, it's only one little act, and it's effectively a couple paragraphs saying, "All right, every province, you have to look after this, and if you don't, we're going to come after you." And it just kind of trickles down.
Yeah, that sounds very Canadian, honestly.
Hey, what can you do? So, have we repaired the sound issue with our fellow?
Let me just check. Is he there again?
June? Maybe? I forget who was on. Was it Porian?
No, Porian was already on.
Okay, so it was the Jin fellow?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Let's see.
I probably sent a message to see if he's ready to go and I can bounce.
No reply yet.
Okay. How about Hero Prime? Is he good to go?
I would assume so. I like Board's comment. If you owe the bank 10,000, that's on you. If you owe the bank 10 million, that's on them.
Yeah. But my only experience is with mining and geology and stuff, but all industries have to deal with this kind of shit.
Yeah, I know. It's really depressing. I've got many stories of a similar nature, of a more personal nature. But
Yeah.
it's just insane to me how difficult it is to get anyone who is supposed to care to actually care.
Well, I've heard this explained. This is the best way I've heard it explained. The time span of human life doesn't allow for this. For example, a CEO of a company is only going to be working there maybe like 4 or 6 years, and their only mission is to increase stock price, and that's all they care about. They don't care about it lasting longer than they're there, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason I'm part of a religion that believes we used to live for hundreds of years.
Uh,
Weren't made for this kind of nonsense. Trust me. Oops.
no, I'm with you on that one.
It's, I do find it insane how, I mean, I'm 30 and I can already feel the year starting to tick away. I can't
But
believe how fast this year went by. It's astonishing to me.
I'll date myself. I'm pushing 40, so I feel I'm a little ahead of you, but I feel you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sounds like you're certainly in an have had an interesting life.
Well, you can't stay still, and life's not going to stop for you.
Yeah. Ever been attacked by a bear?
I told I'm just referencing this morning all my stories. My most I had all my animal stories in literally one property. The order of operations was a moose snuck up on me. That was scary. There were wolves who were always just like over the next hill, but we never met. Uh, I was GPSing a picket to the GPS the map, and the picket was into a wasp hive in the ground.
Oh,
I didn't get stung. I ran. I grabbed my GPS and the whole ass.
don't
Uh,
blame you.
and no, but here's the worst animal I ever dealt with: beaver. The Canadian beaver is the biggest asshole ever created by God. The property I was working on and doing mapping and stuff, there was a 1 foot little tiny, not even a stream, like a little creek, not even a, it was tiny. It was 1 foot wide, and it was all across the back property. Didn't care. I did my mapping, did my work, but I had to come back a couple months later to do some pickup work. And when I came back, a couple of those little bastards made a dam, and the whole property, like half of the property I had to work on, was under 2 feet of water.
What?
But they're protected animals and stuff, so you have to have like license and stuff. And we were working with natives, and it was like, "Can you please ask your cousin to come in and deal with them? And we're not going to tell anyone, please."
That sounds like a bit like the bats that I've got in my roof.
You've mentioned those bats. Are they actually inside your shed now?
Well, they're in the you know where the joinder between the eaves, like they're in the crack between that, and they crawl in every night.
Okay, so you don't have like it blocked off with insulation or anything. It's just right open to the outside over,
Yeah,
through
and the
there.
thing is, now that they've kind of made that their abode, I legally cannot do anything about it because they are a protected species, and my life is worth less than theirs in the eyes of the law.
That was our problem with the beaver, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other animals that are like that. So I totally hear you.
Yeah, there's literally an organization that comes onto the property every couple of months to individually count said bats and make sure there's still as many or more in the same place as from previously. And if anything happens to them, you're the one who answers for it.
If they just happen to die from old age or predation, they're gonna blame you? That's okay, well, I
Well, I
can
mean,
I can
they're a little bit more sophisticated than that, but like that's the implication. They want you to make sure that you understand that you are not getting away with it.
well, it depends how rural you're at. They can't be there all the time.
I mean, I honestly don't mind too much. It's a bit annoying, but apart from when they start to squeak at random hours of the day and night, it's tolerable.
I don't
I
trust
live on a farm. I am very used to wildlife.
Oh, I'm very used to wildlife too because I live in the boonies and stuff, but I really don't trust like, North America has a big rabies problem, so, like, the main reservoirs are raccoons and bats.
Yeah, well, fortunately, we don't really have much of a problem with that stuff over here.
Lucky.
Yeah, that's one of the only things that I really like about Europe is that it's not really a particularly dangerous place overall.
Canada for the most part is I can count the number of venomous animals on, like,
Yeah,
one
but you've
hand.
got moose.
Well, that's the kicker. We got big ass land animals. We got moose, we got polar bear, we got regular bears, black, brown.
You've got
Actually, I don't
got wolves too.
yeah, we got wolves, coyotes. I actually, the more I think about it, I don't mind bears too much because even black bear, everyone, the thing everyone says is like, one's skittish, one's not. They're all skittish, but unless they're used to you. If they're coming straight off in the wild, they're going to be skittish. But if they're like dump bears, like the forage and dump, that's a problem because they're used to you.
Yeah, exactly. I do not want any bear to be used to me.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like climate change and stuff, like we're actually getting a new subspecies of polar bear now. That's fun.
Yeah, they're crossbreeds, aren't they, between the grizzly and the polar bears?
Yeah, I know one. I forget what the combination is. It's like the mule donkey thing and stuff, but I know one of them's a pizzly, and I think the other one's a growler.
Growler. I've not heard of the growlers before. I have heard of the pizzly bears.
I, I really think it's the mule donkey. It's the mule donkey. Not mule donkey, but the mule hinny thing. It depends what the mother and father combination is.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Jintoki is definitely ready to come on, so I will allow. Will you distract me with your Canadian wiles yet again?
Okay, well, the good one. Peace.
Right. See you next time, probably.
Probably.
Hello, you are back. And I can't hear you. And I can still hear myself.
Oh, you can't. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Yeah, I disabled the internal speakers. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. Ugh. Well, how's it on stream?
I'm pretty certain that people can hear it on stream.
Ugh. Well, that's no good. Okay. Well, I'll just make this short.
I'll stay quiet.
All right. So, yeah, it's like I was saying, yeah, it's good to finally be able to call in because you're streaming in an hour. That's actually reasonable for me. So yeah, you were asking me before. I live in Japan, so
You bastard.
yeah, there's
Lucky bastard.
yeah, it's nice. Yeah, but I wanted to say, I actually have a bone to pick with you.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know if you remember this, but a couple months ago, I tried making a watermelon shitposting thread. Yes. I wanted to make a thread where people could post their favorite watermelons, new watermelons, is anything watermelon related. And I made the OP. I pressed post. Never got approved.
I wonder why.
Now, I'm not blaming you. I don't know if it was you in particular. It could have been one of the other Jannies, maybe Rain again or Johnny Jambalaya. But someone didn't improve my wholesome watermelon shitposting thread. So
Is this the guy who posts watermelon on post?
Oh no, I'm not. No, this isn't QWERTY or QWERTY. No, it's that's not me. But I wanted to, bring that culture of posting watermelon to the asylum. So I'm just.
We are a pure and wholesome place, you know. Trust me, I get enough watermelons in my regular life.
Okay. That's good to hear. Anyway. Also the other thing, it's not gin, it's a gin. Gintoki.
I promise to remember that with all of my British ability to remember how foreign names are pronounced.
Yeah. Yeah, Gintoki. But yeah, so the other thing I want to talk about is I know some people were upset that you so are you gonna read the Pekara cosplay? No? Okay. I know some people are upset about that. So because this is an anniversary celebrating the first year of the forum. I was going back looking at some old posts. And I found something that I forgot about. So do you know that on VT, the cronies on VT have a Google Doc that has every single fan fiction that they've ever written.
Oh no.
Yes. So I have this pulled up in front of me. So if you wouldn't mind, let's see here. Do you want me to there's one in particular that I kind of want to read.
No good story ever started with, did you know that on VT?
Yes. I just want to preface this. So there are a few different categories of stories in this Google Doc. This one is under the title of objectionable content.
Ugh.
So these are green texts that may be objectionable to most readers. Runs the gamut from cheating and cuckoldry to assault and heavy toilet play to gore and snuff. Be advised. Yes. So there's one in particular that I want to read. Don't worry, because I believe this is written by Gabe. So I remember the cronies on VT talking about how Gabe wrote a fan fiction that was just so vile that even disgusted them. So if you don't mind, I would like to do
One
a
moment,
dramatic reading.
I want to.
Okay.
Wait, 54
Yeah.
votes.
54 votes.
Oh wow.
Wow, okay.
Okay, 54 people here to listen to this dramatic reading of a objectionable fan fiction from BT.
Let me do a poll for this.
Yes, yeah. Get yourself prepared. You're gonna need it.
And while you can start reading, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't start off so bad. So here we go. So this is a dramatic reading of a fan fiction from BT. All right. Here we go. Waking up next to Crony. Ohio, Crony. She kisses you back. You snuggle each other. Crony takes out your cock. She strokes it gently. You reach full erection. Her fingers rubbing the pulsing veins. Crony kisses your cock's head. She takes out a needle. Gently, she pins it into your shaft. Slowly, she pushes the needle through your hard meat. The sensation is so good. The needle pierces through the meat rod. Crony pulls out another needle. She pushes the needle through your dick again. She repeats with a whole box of needles. Your cock has needles sticking through and out of it, like a cactus. So it's going to get worse. Crony squats over your crotch. She spreads her pussy wide and slowly slides her needle-covered cock inside her. She starts fucking you in cowgirl position. You can feel the needles scraping her vagina walls and tearing your cock meat. You both come together. Pinkish foam of cum, vagina juice, and blood leaks out. Crony love. The end. All right. Well, appears that Proctor is not here. Oh, there he is. Okay. So, how was that? Out of a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate that story? I'm going to take your silence as a resounding approval. 10 out of 10.
I'm back. Is it over?
That's over.
Oh, thank God.
So yes, that's just a little peek into what happens on VT. So
Oh.
especially the crony thread. Yeah, the cronies on VT. I think it's gotten a little better, but yeah, they were pretty unhinged for a while. So yeah.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Yeah, things gotten better though. Ever since the unicorn apocalypse. So
Kind of like saying that a nuclear apocalypse was better after everybody died of radiation poisoning, because at least there was less suffering that way.
oh yeah. So you can think of it that way. Yeah. Anyway, it's about actually so how about a palate cleanser? Finish things off because there is, like I said, so that one was written by Gabe. So there actually are Gabe, and don't worry, this one's a funny one.
No.
Oh no. Yeah. So would you like to hear about Gabe's Boston trip? And so this is a green text fan fiction about Gabe's trip to Boston when he went to. He flew out to an anime convention in Boston because Crony was going to be there as a guest, and he wanted to say, he wanted to talk to Crony.
I'm okay with that one.
Yeah, so he wanted to talk to Crony, but in order to do so, he needed to buy a plane ticket to fly from whatever sea shithole he lives in to Boston. And thing is, Gabe had already blown through all his money, all his savings, going to a anime convention in New York earlier that year. So he had no money. Now, Gabe's family is pretty well off. They own a lot of land. So what Gabe decided to do was behind his family's back was to sell off some of their land to make money to go to Boston so he could talk to Crony for like 5 minutes. And then also, he also had to take out a loan to, at least allegedly, had to take out a loan to buy Crony's birthday merch. So this is a little fan fiction about Gabe's trip to Boston. So here we go.
Is it something he wrote?
No, this is not something that he wrote. This is from another Anon on VT.
Okay.
So, yeah. Here we go. Gabe leaves for Boston for literally a day just to see Crony. Flies back home to see all of his belongings thrown out. Gabe literally evicted from his house while he was away for less than 48 hours. Forced to beg his university for a dorm room just so he can have a place to stay. Months pass. Realizes his merch that he took a loan for arrived. Needs to sneak into his family home to intercept his delivery. Wishes to keep it, but at the same time considers selling it so he can pay off his loan and not be in debt. Gets arrested for trespassing. See loan sharks manipulate local government and get him jailed for a longer sentence. See loan sharks then convince other criminals to harass him in prison as compensation and for shits and giggles. All this for a 5-minute chat with a virtual YouTuber.
This is why you go indie when you have an Oshi.
But yeah,
Much cheaper.
yes, yeah, yes. So that.
Okay, so I think that I'm going to put an end to this now because I can't stand
Yes,
listening
yeah,
to my
that-
own
that's-
voice like this.
No problem. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what the
Get
hell's
some
going
actual
on. 'Cause
headphones next time.
I do have headphones. That's the thing. Is like I've used these headphones to talk with people in Discord. So I don't know. Maybe this is happening with them, but they've never told me. So this is the first time I'm ever hearing about this. So I guess I have to get new headphones because these are broken pieces of shit. So sorry.
All right, thank
Anyway.
you anyway.
Yes, and thank you for keeping the forum running. All that good shit.
Of course.
Catch you on the flip side.
When I first started this call-in stuff, I really thought it was the least memorable part of mine. But no, I was completely wrong. Anyway, all right, let's bring on. Hello, Harrow. Welcome back.
Hi. Oh, I had the stream muted that entire time. Although,
I don't blame you.
look, I may be a crony, but I do not want to associate with the cronies. I
People
still
are
have it muted, so
terrifying.
I didn't want to hear it. I have already read through one of the fan fictions, and I was like, I think that's enough.
It is quite impressive to what kind of autism tract.
Well, actually, now I think about it, I almost did make a fan fiction for that fan fiction list, but I was like,
Are you sure you want to be admitting this?
yeah, sure. I mean, I'm already fucked as is, so it's just like, whatever. I didn't do it. All right, I didn't do it because
I didn't do it. He withheld himself. His better nature came through.
yeah, I came to my senses, but yeah, and I won't. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I've already come this far. The fan fiction did in. I can't.
You can still back out. You could still back out. Don't listen to the Adderall demons, man. Don't listen to the Adderall demons.
It's too late. It's too late. Hold up. Okay. Let me just take a sip.
You drinking as well?
Pepsi.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't drink that often. Porian, fuck you. I see that. Okay. I'll give you. I'll just say this much. It includes me as Harrow and Blue Shark. And it's like
Blue Shark. Have you got something you'd want to tell the classroom?
Yeah, it's an NTR thing. He's okay, and I mean, to be fair, I was fucked up when I wrote it. All right, so
Really? And you've changed so much since then.
I have. All right, I didn't post it. You know, I came to my senses. I didn't do it.
So wait, so we've gone from I didn't write it to I didn't post it.
Well, I kind of had. I kind of started, and I didn't finish it, and I was thinking about posting it, which would include, I guess, finishing it. But yeah, so that's well, actually, that's not even the worst thing I've done in this community. I could tell you about the.
Gopo status moved.
I could tell you about my adventures into the Patreon, but I'd rather not talk about that now.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good grief.
Okay, so I mean, you can message her on the Patreon.
Here?
Okay, and I'm just gonna preface this. I wasn't like, I wasn't gonna be crony number 3 and like, you know, ask her out. Fuck that. I'm not that cringe. But let's just say I sounded fake as fuck in those messages, man.
Oh.
And like every time I like go back, I cannot open those DMs for the life of me because I like look back at one message and I'm just like, I'm so fucking weird. I hate it. I hate it.
Look, you just need to grow. You just need to grow confident. You need to grow more confident. Just post your cock at the women. Like, I found that it works amazingly well. I've done it to like multiple VTubers now, and they've always been incredibly appreciative.
Yeah, I wonder why. You know, you kind of have a different cock posting than what I can do. You know,
my cock is very shiny and colorful.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. And at this point now, I'm like, I have fucked up so bad. I think that I can't go back and message her ever again. It's just I'm so goddamn cringe. It's unbelievable. And Seth, fuck you. No, I don't like looking at my profile on the Asylum either. That's also cringe. That Amara, I think that's how you say it. Yes, I do get replies. She does reply to your messages, although it does take a while usually. So
yeah, we found a new bottom. We found the new bottom.
yeah, and I mean, comparing me to Blue Shark is like the normal person. I'm the fucking idiot that does all the dumb shit that's rivals Gabe and Rice. I don't even know if you know Rice.
Well, it's one of those things. I probably know him the second I see him, but you saying that name means nothing to me.
He's a crony that is very autistic.
He's not on the forum. What a shock.
No. God, no. Yeah, he does. He sends a lot of super chat messages, and they are not very great. Let's just say. And there was one incident at like a convention where there was like someone sitting outside a crony booth, and he was just writing down like I don't know. He's writing down something as people went in to the crony booth, probably names.
Oh, I do very vaguely remember this. I remember somebody posting something about this.
Yeah.
About some guy basically making a hit list outside of the booth.
Yeah. That's what turns me off from ever going to a, convention.
Oh yeah, I'm never going near a VTuber convention, trust me.
Fuck that. I'm not I don't want to go
I'm not going in a country where I'm not legally allowed to be armed, trust me.
Wait, oh yeah, I guess you can't, but I mean, I could. I am.
Sanest big Krungus enjoyer.
Fuck. Let's see. I've done so many terrible things that I regret now.
Look,
And
just because I'm religious does not mean that I am a priest. I cannot take confession. I cannot intercede between you and God.
I require absolution.
Well, I'm not gonna give it. I'm sorry. I believe in an Old Testament God, the one that calls down fire on groups of 50 people at once.
That works too. Just I can't live with these fucking mistakes, man.
But I can't kill you. I can't kill you yet. You make good clips.
That's questionable. But oh, and there's like this part of me that's just like scared because I'm afraid she's gonna like find this stream and hear me talking.
Man, if a Hololive talent ever watches any of my things, I will officially consider my life to be complete. Well,
I mean,
maybe not complete, but
you can certainly say it was a good life at that point.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know that the Nichi-Sanji talents lurk VT.
Yeah, and well, I know that Axel lurks VT as well. The Axel Sirius.
Who, sorry?
Holostars guy. He lurks VT. It's Axel Sirius.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, the fucking dingo Australian.
I really hope that Risu reads the forum one day. I really love Risu. Risu's one of my favorite Hololive talents. I would be delighted if she read the forum.
I don't really watch a whole lot of ID. I watch Zeta every now and again. Sometimes Kayla too. That's about it. Okay. I guess I can tell you this. I know that Crony has been to the forum once.
How do you know that?
Don't ask.
You can't just leave it. You can't just leave it dangling like that.
Well, I could tell you that much, but
the dog commands. The dog says, "Explain."
No. She went to the forum before. That's just.
You linked it to her in the DMs, didn't you?
No. No, she. She. Okay, no. I didn't do anything. It was. Actually, hold up a sec. I need to find it. It was a DM. I have too many DMs. Despot. That guy. You probably don't know him. He's a lurker. But I did talk with him once. And yeah, he said that she asked about the forum before, so.
Okay.
And I guess he said that it's basically just an offshoot of Kiwi Farms, and do I show proof? I guess I'm already this like deep. I'm kind of fucked at this point. So.
This is a confession before he vanishes forever.
Pretty much. I'm fucked, dude. Because yeah, I mean, obviously cronies lurk here that are not me and Blue Shark and a few others, and they all hate Blue Shark. Like, I swear to you, it's Blue Shark gets all the hate from VT cronies. Me, I'm still the fucking. I'm still just in-house name. Oh, I need to find it. There's too many goddamn pages. I have 92 pages of messages with Blue Shark. And then I got a fucking let's see, Despot, little autark. Where is he? Chilla Sophie, no. Trying to find it, man. I can't fucking find it.
You can post it later if you like.
I feel like if I post it on the forum, I'm like publicly, I'm gonna get fucking hunted down.
You excuse me, you've admitted it on a live stream with at least 50 people.
Can admit it on live.
That is
because
going
there's
to be
only 50
archived.
Yeah, and look, I doubt any other cronies are like here, you know. No one's gonna know.
I doubt. Yeah, definitely. I will clip and upload this just to spite you, Harrow.
Who said that?
Grant.
Fuck you, Grant.
Never underestimate the dog.
You know what? I wouldn't even listen to it because I can't stand my voice.
He can fix me, you know.
Yeah, he can fix you. And you'll fucking kill me. Professional fixer is correct.
I can't believe I am.
Okay, I can take a screenshot. It's just basically.
We're coming up with the 2-hour mark, and I'm amazed that my throat is holding out. It was bad at the start, now it feels a bit better.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then
A second plane has hit the asylum.
Yeah. We've been holding on to this information for quite a while. I guess I could do that. There's no cronies there. I hope not. Besides me.
Are they going to track you down in real life?
They probably could. And you know what?
Cronies fan base is built different.
They really are. And honestly, there's really not a whole lot I can do besides just, like, I guess, stay up for days on end, hoping I don't hear a door break down. I just lost a goddamn screenshot. I have too many screenshots. Fuck.
I think you need more Adderall, mate.
I took like 80 milligrams today. And that was like an hour ago. I legit have too many. Here. Okay, I see it.
31 CCV. I'm astonished at how excuse me, about how consistent my CCV has been the last 3 streams, because they've all been at different times. They've all been at different times of the week, and they've all been about relatively different things.
Yeah, well, that's just a thing about having, like, such a international audience, I guess. There's always going to be someone awake.
True, I suppose.
Going through all these screenshots I have. I don't like these. I got
eternally online speds. Excuse me, Thrang, you're one of them.
I got all the pictures from the time I was doing my Rie posting still.
People who live in
the Jakes?
Yeah, I am. What's on it? Bro scores a 5 on the anxiety scale and the autism test.
Who?
Probably you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, even with the anxiety meds, I fucking... There it is. There's that's one piece of evidence that was given to me.
Don't know how she found out. I guess considers this place the same. Okay. What the hell was that?
That was you.
Oh.
See?
Maggots!
Okay, we're done there. Phil allowed a soundboard on this thing. How do I get rid of it? Yeah, I'm just going to say from now on, I'm going to let that go because I genuinely didn't even know that soundboard existed. Like, why is soundboard enabled by default? Why is that not opt-in as opposed to opt-out? And why is the volume not normalized? I hate, again, I hate Discord. I really do. I think he was using SoundPad. Okay. Oh. I'm fairly certain most hollow ELs will dislike KF like most of the internet. Yep, definitely. I agree. That's the really shame. That's the really sad thing. Well, we're at 2 hours now. My throat is not too brilliant overall, so I think that I am going to probably end stream here. However, I will note before anybody goes that I'm going to be streaming tomorrow as well. At probably around the same time too, so you're more than welcome to join in then. If there has been more updates to the AkioAIR nonsense, then I will definitely be covering that. There's also, I just want to note that I have a ton of stuff that, because of the AkioAIR nonsense, there was stuff that I did not cover today that I really want to cover, so we've got plenty of content for the next time as well. But yeah, I am now never going to look at Crony the same way again. And I really hope that the next time Hololive has an English generation, it doesn't attract such insane people. Real Ventrilo trolling hours. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, 1 second. You should let people call in and discuss happenings. That's literally what I've been doing. So anyway, it's been a good run, folks. I think I may be dead soon. No, you have to continue making clips. You're useful. Jambalaya, you did miss some schizo streaming, but I will be here tomorrow, so no, that's going to be there. I'm glad everybody enjoyed that particular trip down madness and insanity that was the AkioAIR declaration of Bill of Rights, whatever it was. I would love to know how many Taiwanese VTuber companies are there actually, and like, I would really love somebody to actually do some kind of meta-analysis of VTuber companies and see and correlate it to things like the race of the not the race, like the country of operation, and just tell me what the metrics are for them and what the termination rate and graduation rate and so on, because I'm certain that places like the Philippines, Taiwan, etc. have just something fundamentally wrong with their business practices when it comes to handling companies, because they've all jumped on the bandwagon and it seems like they are just cancer compared to Japan. Japan and the US, I hate saying this, but for some insane reason, Israel seems to be the ones at the head of the pack right now when it comes to supporting their VTuber departments. I hate that. That's really annoying to me, but apparently it is true based on objective metrics available so far. So yeah, if you want to run a good VTuber company, just get the Jewish gold. That's a hell of a way to yeah. Avil just somehow has infinite money to throw at shit nobody else can afford to. Children in Israel get entrepreneurial education. Yeah, you know, this is a great note to end on. People have sometimes called me anti-Semitic. No, I'm not anti-Semitic at all. I think the Jews do amazing things. It is not the Jews' fault in any way that they actually have a decent education system which is designed to properly equip them to interact with the systems of society around them. That is not their fault. If you want to hate Jews, then go and learn how to be a Jew first. All right? Like, understand, get the knowing. It's been a great streaming career, guys. I've had a really fun time of it. This stream is sponsored by the ADL. It is so true. Shut up, Short. Stop agreeing with me. I feel sponsors the forum confirmed. Look, thousands and thousands of different events throughout history have seen the Jews thrown out of their positions in government. You know what has never happened afterwards? Is people from the regular government or the regular culture coming in and taking their place and doing as good of a job as the Jews. I'm sorry, I'm with Thomas Sowell on this one, is that if you want to hate somebody, hate them for their success. You do like that Jewish gold, huh? Well, you know, I think that you'll never really find out my feelings on it because Avil has already said that he's not going to hire males for Idol, so, you know, it's going to be circumstantial evidence for a while yet. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go rest my throat now and relax for a bit. And I will see you all tomorrow at the next time, unless major circumstances intervene. I am very appreciative to all my call-in people, except for Cypher. Go do something to himself. I would condemn him to a fate, but then again, he's a crony, so he's already got the worst fate I can imagine for anyone. Thank you very much. See you next time. Goodbye.